Hello students, welcome to the economics class of plus 2 standard. Today we will start with lesson number 13, balance of payments. At the end of this chapter you will learn about definition of balance of payments, classification of economic transactions in balance of payment, structure of the components of the balance of payment. Under this you will learn about current account and capital account. Then autonomous and accommodating items of a balance of payment, disequilibrium in balance of payment and causes behind the deficit in balance of payment. So let's start with the important key terms. First one is payment, balance, goods, services, unilateral transfers, investment income and balance of payment. First one is payment. What is the meaning of payment? Students, when you go to the market for the exchange of anything with the money that you deposit to the shopkeeper, that is known as payment. Suppose you have purchased the chocolates from the shopkeeper and given rupees 100 for 5 chocolates. This is known as payment. Balance. Balance means equality. Like when we do the trade with the other nations, there is import and export of goods. Receiving means import and sending means export. Goods. Visible items like wheat, rice and machines are known as goods. The goods, the things that we can touch and see. Services are invisible items. Services of a doctor, services of an engineer, teacher, cobbler, chartered accountant, shipping, insurance and banking services. All these are the examples of services. Unilateral transfers. Unilateral transfer means when you take any gift from the other person or any kind of contribution from WHO, any kinds of gifts or donations or grants in cash by the foreign governments, that is known as unilateral transfers. These are one-sided payments between the residents and non-residents also. Investment income. Investment incomes, let's understand it with the help of these figures. Suppose any foreign countries, from a foreign country like USA, they have investment in the Indian industries. What happened with the Indian industries? There is a growth in the Indian industries. With the increase in the production and improved quality, profit it is earned by the Indian industries, and that profit will be distributed among the shareholders. So that is known as investment income. Balance of payment. Suppose India is importing heavy machines from America and exporting the services and visible items to the USA. Now what the India importing from America, that is heavy machines, worth rupees 50,000, and this will be recorded in the debit side because we have to make the payment worth rupees 50,000 to the America, and what we are exporting to America, that is services and visible items, worth rupees 50,000, and this amount will be entered in the credit side, in the export side, in our account balance. So this is called balance of payment because the debit and the credit, both terms are equal. So there is a balance of payment. So balance of payment is an annual statement of accounts of monetary transactions of a country with the rest of the world. Monetary transactions of a country with the rest of the world, that is known as balance of payment, and these are annual statements. Balance of payment account, meaning and components. As you know that balance of payment is an annual statement of accounts of monetary transactions of a country vis-a-vis the rest of the world. These monetary transactions arise due to transaction in goods, that is inflow and outflow of goods between nations like wheat, edible oil, rice, fruit, machines, furniture, paintings, etc. and number of other goods are there. Next one is transaction in services, also known as invisible items. For the invisible items, there is inflow and outflow of services between nations. Services like teacher, services of a doctor, engineer, cobbler, barber, carpenter, etc. Transaction in capital, inflow and outflow of capital between nations. Capital means like loans, deposits, investments, etc. These transactions are settled in foreign exchange, more generally in a hard currency like dollars. Inflows of foreign exchange constitute the credit side of the accounts, and outflow of foreign exchange constitute the debit side of the accounts. But some economic flows may take place without any payments, such as gifts from abroad. Classification of economic transactions in balance of payment. Export and import of goods or visible items of trade. In this category, all types of physical goods like wheat, rice, pulses, tools, machines, laptops, etc. all these are visible items, or you can say that export and import of goods, it is there. Invisible items like shipping, banking, tourism, insurance are included. So income from rent, interest and profit, dividend are also fall in this category in the visible items. Unilateral transfer, these are one-sided payments or the transfer payments. Such payments can be private or the government. Private transfers would include sending gifts abroad or the scholarships. Government transfer includes grants and aid. Capital transfers relate to the capital receipts and capital payments. These includes borrowings, capital repayments, sale of assets, changes in stock of gold, reserves of foreign exchange, etc. These relate to the movements of long term and short term capital between nations. Example, when the residents of a country wish to borrow from other countries, we may say that they are importing capital. Similarly, when the residents of a country want to invest in other countries, we may say that they are exporting capital. Like, if I will borrow from any Reserve Bank of America, that is Federal Reserves, it means that I am importing capital. And in the same way, if I will invest my money to set up any company or any plant in USA, that means that I am exporting capital. Thus, we may say that there are two types of activities that cause economic transactions among nations. These are current production resulting export and import of goods and services, sale and purchase of assets, both type of assets like real assets like machines and financial assets like shares. Current account is that account of balance of payment which records imports and exports of goods and services and transfer payments also. Visible items of trade or the goods like wheat, rice and machines, these items can be imported or exported also. Under the services or invisible items, the main services that are made use in the international trade are non-factor income like shipping, insurance and banking services, and the factor income like interest, profit and dividends. Unilateral transfer. Under the unilateral transfer, gifts, scholarships, grants and aid are there. Current account transactions are also called account by actual transactions because all the items included in it are actually transacted. When you go to abroad on the scholarship for further studies on the expenditure of the foreign government, that is known as scholarship. When the government give the grants to the schools and colleges for upgradation in the form of money. Aids also, like government give the aids to the schools and the colleges for upgradation, and otherwise when any natural calamities are there, the foreign governments also come forward for help to the other nations in the form of money. Balance of payment on current account for services like export services of accountants by India worth rupees 50 lakhs and import services of doctors by India, that is also of worth rupees 50 lakhs. So balance of payment, it is equals to export minus import. Export also 50,000 and import amount it is also 50,000. So import it is equals to export, balance of payment. Now suppose the export value that is 50 lakhs and import value that is 40 lakhs only. So balance of payment, that is export value it is more and import value it is less. It means that we are receiving. So there is surplus in balance of payment worth rupees 10 lakh. Now suppose the export amount, or you can say that receipts from export it is 50 lakhs, but the import it is worth rupees 60 lakhs. So balance of payment export minus import. Now the value of export it is lesser than the import, that is we have to pay extra money to the foreign countries worth rupees 10 lakh. So deficit in the balance of payment worth rupees 10 lakh. In the same way, balance of payment on the current account for goods is there. Suppose the exports of clothes by India to US worth rupees 50 lakh and import of edible oil by India from USA, that is also worth rupees 50 lakh. So same amount, export minus import, it will give you the zero balance. So import is equals to export, balance of payment. Now in the same way, suppose export of spices by India to Bangladesh it is rupees 50 lakhs and import of dry fruits from Bangladesh it is rupees 40 lakhs. So now there is receipts are more than the payments. There is a surplus in the balance of payment worth rupees 10 lakhs. Now suppose export of rice by India to China, that is worth rupees 50 lakhs and import of toys from India by India from China, that is worth rupees 60 lakhs. So balance of payment this time export it is lesser, means receipts are less than the payments. So we are in deficit. So rupees 10 lakh it is deficit in the balance of payment. Balance of payment on capital account. Borrowings by the Indian government from IMF or the World Bank or from the Federal Reserves. Investments, that is foreign direct investment and the portfolio investments. NRI deposits, banking capital, short term debt are all included in the balance of payment on capital account. So balance of payment on capital account is a statement of all capital inflows and outflows during the period of an accounting year. Monetary transactions. arise between nations due to the movement of capital also. Capital flows both ways. First it comes into the nation from the rest of world, or it goes out from the nation to the rest of the world. Inflows of capital from credit entries in the balance of payments and outflows of credit from debit entries. Foreign direct investment. Suppose a Samsung company has set up a plant in India worth $6 lakhs. This transfer of funds constitute credit entry in capital account of our balance of payments. Similarly, if Reliance India Limited transfer funds to a foreign country to acquire a capital asset abroad worth $9 lakhs, it will constitute a debit entry in capital account of our balance of payments. This is called foreign direct investment. So, foreign direct investment is the investment by foreigners by way of setting up production enterprises in the host nation. Other examples of foreign direct investments are investment by Honda company in India, investment by Moody in India, Walmart in India, etc. Portfolio investment. When the investors putting on or invest money and there are partners and holders are there, that is known as a portfolio investment. A foreign institutional investor purchases stock of Reliance India Limited on National Stock Exchange worth rupees 5 lakhs. This rupees 5 lakhs will be treated as a credit entry in capital account of India's balance of payment. The other foreign institutional investor sells off his holdings of Bajaj Auto Limited on National Stock Exchange. So, receive the payment in the foreign exchange worth rupees 6 lakhs. This rupees 6 lakhs will be treated as a debit entry in the capital account of India's balance of payment because he has sells off his holdings on the National Stock Exchange. Now, next one is this is called portfolio investment. So, portfolio investment refers to the investment by foreigners in the stock and securities of the host nation. Loans. It includes commercial borrowings and external assistance. Commercial borrowings include borrowing by a country, that is government and the private sector both, from the international money market like IMF it is there or World Bank it is there. Loan includes credit granted by foreign governments and international institutions to the central and state governments. This borrowing takes place at market rate of interest. On the other hand, external assistance refers to the concessional borrowing by a country. Banking capital transactions. These refers to the transactions of external financial assets and liabilities of banking sector, including the central bank. The net balance of capital account shows a country's overall balance of payments position. It is given as under net capital account balance. It is equals to the inflow of foreign exchange on account of sale of domestic assets or the borrowings from the rest of the world and minus outflow of foreign exchange on account of purchase of foreign assets or the loans to the rest of the world. These are deducted from the inflow of foreign exchange and account of sale of domestic assets or the borrowings from the rest of the world. Difference between current account and capital account of balance of payment. Current account. Current account records economic transactions relating to the exchange of goods and services and unilateral transfers like wheat, rice, edible oils, cotton, shoes, leather, gifts, donations, aids, all these are counted in current account during a financial year. Capital account records capital transactions like borrowings and lending, sale and purchase of assets in the foreign market, and change in the stock of golds and the foreign exchanges. Second one, under the current account, transactions are flow nature. Means in this, the trade for goods and services for a particular financial year. And the capital account transactions are stock nature, like there is increase in the stock of gold and foreign exchange reserves. Current account transactions bring about a change in the current level of the country's income, and the capital transaction bring about a change in the capital stock of a country. Difference between balance of trade and balance of payment. Balance of trade is the difference between export and import of goods. Balance of payment is a systematic record of all the transactions between the residents of a country and the rest of the world in a financial year. Components. Balance of trade includes only import and export of visible goods. Balance of payment include visible, invisible transactions, unilateral transfer and capital transfers. Scope. Balance of trade is a narrow concept as it is only a part of balance of payment account. Balance of payment is a broader concept and it includes balance of trade. Unfavorable balance of trade can be corrected from favorable balance of payment. Unfavorable balance of payment cannot be corrected by a favorable balance of trade. Hope students you all have understood the topic that we have discussed. Now it's time to note down the homework. Question number 1 is define the following terms with examples: payment, balance, goods, services, unilateral transfer, investment income, balance of payment. Question number 2 is what is current account of balance of payment? State the components of current account. Question number 3 is what is capital account of balance of payment? State the components of capital account. Question number 4 is differentiate between the following: balance of payment and balance of trade, current account and capital account. And students, please go through the YouTube links also for more clarity, and hope you all will complete the homework by writing in your copies for better learning. Thank you for listening, students.